Howdy folks, and welcome to the GR86. Now this is a little bit awkward because this race did not go well, but the next one went better. So you're getting two races in one video here, so you can hear my optimism in my voice as I start this race. It is soon extinguished, so I will bugger off and I will let you listen along. Oh, and by the way, it is a full pace lap round here, so you've got plenty of time to think about your decisions while you go around. I don't know why. iRacing, please can we have a shorter pace lap? Please, 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 thanks. Right then folks, welcome to the first race in the GR86. This is actually the first race that ticked over for the new week. So we are week 1 of season 1 of 2023. And the strength of field for this is 4.6k, which is ridiculous because I'm going to get my rear end handed to me. But after the world's longest pace lap, as Dylan did mention, it is a full pace lap round here. So that's always fun. Are we going? I don't think we are going. It's way too early to be going. Thought we were going. No, don't do that. So I do these races so you can see where everyone's going to be carnage. It's not exactly the best start.
Up.
4.6k strength of field this. Nice of him to brake.
Why would you try and drive around the outside of someone, then go off the track, then rejoin and drive straight through? Honestly.
Wow, you did that on a straight? How does someone crash in a straight line? Seriously? So, as you can imagine, I'm a bit flabbergasted. Because that guy that was parked up on the side of the road there, he got a bad exit out of the kink coming down into Old Tree, and then we went around the outside of him. He left us just about enough room, but it was wiggling. But obviously when we went through Oak Tree, he went through really slowly. So I did give him a little love tap on the rear end, but then he got a bad exit. And then for whatever reason, he decided to squeeze me right into the grass. And then, well, let's go look at the replay. Right then, so everyone had issues up here. Okay, them two, okay, yeah, okay, yeah, just lot of cars in a lot of area. Okay, that's rather annoying. So let's crack on to where we had the issue. So try and move around here. Bit of contact. I was like, I can't. And then for some reason, this guy just squeezed me into the grass. And then he goes over there. Oh, wow. It was actually Brian that kind of murdered us. Now, I'm leaving Brian's name in there. Obviously, we can all work out who it was from the replays if you rewind the video back. But I don't like mentioning names in the replay. But I'll mention Brian because I think he's kind of an innocent bystander here. So, that red and white car comes over quite clearly and squeezes Brian into a narrowing gap. Yes, Brian could have got out of it, granted, and probably should have done. But it's no problem going 3 wide as long as all 3 cars stay in their sort of left, middle, and right-hand side. So if this guy here would have just stayed left-hand side of the track, we wouldn't have had a problem. I mean, there's a nice little white line. I mean, there's another, what, car and a half on his left-hand side. He could have easily been over there, and we could have gone 3 wide and made it to the corner. I mean, the corner could have been interesting, don't get me wrong. Different story when you get down there. But, yeah, I mean, Brian kind of got ping-ponged between us. As you can see, this camera angle is a bit better, wiggling around, and I'm trying to stay as close as I can to the white line by giving me a little bit of wiggle room. Then we get turned, and then we nip Brian around there as well. Annoying for a lap 1 incident, completely avoidable by the red and white car, in my opinion. And Brian could have backed out, but it was mainly dangerous because of the black and white, the red and white car. That's what I think, anyway. Let me know in the comments of what you think. But yeah, I'm blaming it on that car there, to be honest. So on to race 2. So we didn't qualify. This was the very next one. Top split again. Strength of field 3.9, so a little bit less. So we're a bit higher car up. So we need to finish a little bit better than what we did in the other race. We finished P16, I think, in that race. Lost about 42 IR, but we kind of got a good start. I mean, them guys left us behind, but we left in a nice little gap all by ourselves. And we do actually have a little look at, who's this? Davis on our left-hand side here. Annoyingly, you can't see my left monitor because it's not very visible on the GR86, that left-hand monitor. This is some lovely netting. But we leave beautiful space for each other for the first few turns. At this point, he does back out, and I think he was a bit conscious about losing the people up ahead. I actually go a little bit deep because I didn't think he would back out. I wanted to brake and get around there, but he does, I think he yields a position. And at this point, we need to run away a little bit. Now, he is in the Birds Are Spies livery, which has been quite a popular choice in the GR86. Well, I first saw it in our Week 13 Madness, which was hilarious to read some of the comments on there. So if you do see it in your race, make sure you do have a gander at it and have a read of the comments, because it is quite amusing. But yeah, if you got time, like and subscribe. You that lovely YouTube stuff. Thought I'll get that mentioned in there because it always helps the channel out and all that lovely stuff. I mean, you've heard it a million times. Everyone goes on about it, so I thought I would as well join it. So we see some smoke and we go far right, which was a very, very good decision, to be honest, because that's 2 cars on the left-hand side. We get a lovely run on Ray here, and he seems to have a very lovely knitted woolly livery with a nice heart on the door. So that immediately gave me trust in his driving ability. And we do get a good run up here, and at this point I did do a few moves in the last race, in the first race, into this corner, and it is doable, but it needs a person to back up before, because then you can brake in a straight line on this half and actually get the braking done there, which is quite handy. These two are going 2 wide as well, which is fantastic for us because it means we still get a little bit of slipstream. Matey Boy yields. It's kind of not good for us because we lose a run, but I'm trying to get a good run here. Average run coming out of there. But we've got a bit of slipstream, so that's the main thing. So at this point, I'm thinking, what do I need to do to survive? We gained a few freebies. We got a bit of space to the guy behind, only half a second. And remember, these cars are very interesting in these first 2 races because you can lose half a second by getting a slightly bad exit. It is so important to get a brilliant exit out of some of these corners, particularly at VIR, because there's 3 important corners. Almost punt that guy, look. Got to be careful around there. So 3 important corners. Last corner to get back on that massive start straight, coming out of that old oak tree down that massive straight. And weirdly, this tight corner here, so this one we're about to go into, this is quite an important corner to get a good exit because you're full throttle for a very long way, or at least ideally you should be full throttle. You see have a big lift there, but that's because of the car in front. So really I should be full throttle from this point. So again, that's really important to get a good exit. And that's going to be a lot of lap time. You think how much lap that covers on them 3 areas coming out that corner. It's a good 60-70% of the actual track itself. So you can see where the lap time comes from. We do let Alex go because he did get the better of us through there, but at this point we're trying to think of what we can do. next slipstream fest. Slipstream's not too bad in this car, to be honest. Oh, we see smoke up ahead. What is that? And I get a terrible exit out here. I was distracted by the smoke and wishful thinking. And because he's got a lovely knitted livery, we let Ray pass because I think I don't want to lose, I don't want to battle him into this and we lose the slipstream of the two ahead. You know, smart thinking, smart racing here. It's a quick race, 15 minutes. Everyone's going to be crazy, so we need to be sensible with these things. So at this point, I'm just thinking we need to catch up to Ray. I don't want to lose that slipstream, so we're fast forwarding this bit a little bit. And you can see the time, you can see the time on the dash raising because of the slipstream. So we need to be sensible. We actually get a good braking point in this one and do gain a couple of tenths there. But again, I need to get a lot closer. Now at this point, I can see the pack up ahead. It's actually going too wide. There's 3 cars, so as long as we all stay in a line, we should be all absolutely golden to get a pretty decent slipstream from them. So this is it about being sensible. And you'll see here a key thing that I think is very, very important that more people should understand, mainly in other races as well, IR4. But see, Ray gets a bit of an awkward one, gets a bit of a slide. Now, do I go for the move or do I be sensible? Because this is quite a tight and important part of the circuit too, and you can't really go too wide because this corner here there's one line through it. So I choose not to make a move and sit behind him, but I'm also conscious that we are losing the 5 or 6 cars that are up there, and I don't want to do that. So I'm kind of thinking, right, I'll be sensible, give them the chance to catch up, and we do actually close a little bit because they are battling up ahead. So sensible thinking, you don't have to go for every single move because it might actually cost you further on in the race. And I think that's one of the key things that I think in these short races people kind of forget, and you can still gain places in these races. So coming through here, we're going to speed it up just a little bit because it is only S's through here. And at this point I'm thinking, right, I need to get Ray down the straight again. We're losing too much time to the guys ahead. They do still keep battling through here. You can see they're going too wide, and that really, really does help me. And again, it's one of them things that I've just reiterated that point. If they're going too wide all the time, they're slowing themselves up, and that is a crucial bit for our race right there. Ray gets it a little bit wrong at the old oak tree, and we do get past him. And again, this is the whole thing. Because I let him pass on the last one, he's not going to battle me because it's like, okay, let's work together. Let's be sensible here. At the end of the day, we're P12 and P13, so we want to get better than that, don't we? So annoying at this point, get an awkward exit out of there, and I'm fear that I'm going to lose the people up ahead. So I'm trying everything to push the car a little bit too much. And it's not. I'm thinking they've got to battle. They've got to battle these guys ahead. And luckily they do, because they do go too wide into this corner. Now at this point, I see a little bit of contact, a little bit of smoke. So I'm deciding on which way to go. Luckily, that guy stops dead and we got the inside. But this is where, if I was a bit closer, I would have possibly got caught up in that. So being that little bit far behind. So thank you, Ray, for making that slight mistake. And we lost a little bit of slipstream. Really, really did help us out. So, you know, take things easy and good things will come. So I'm getting a strange sense of deja vu at this point, and I'm thinking, lightning can't strike twice, but look ahead, they're going too wide, and look ahead, there's more smoke. So at this point, I'm like, oh dear. That guy moves forward, takes out the blue car, which actually comes along on our right hand side. You just see him in the mirror now, and just like that, I think that's 3 places gained, or something insane like that. So again, we were a bit lucky there to avoid that. But again, it's that whole thing of looking way in the distance and seeing the issues before they happen. Unfortunately, that blue car got tagged a little bit because going up the inside worked for me last time. But that the parts car, shall we call it, just rolled a little bit forward and caught him, which is very annoying. And now I'm actually going to disappear because we are not going to catch up to the guys ahead. Spoiler! And we have a good old little battle with Ray. So I'm going to disappear, enjoy the rest of this video, and I'll catch you probably at the end of the video, not going to lie. So I didn't make it easier for myself on that last lap. It was bloody awful if I'm honest, and we made 2 massive mistakes and Ray did catch us up quite a lot, but unfortunately for him, fortunate for me, he didn't have enough puff to get me at the line. So that is P6. So that was a hell of a little race. So this is where I was so annoyed about the first race and how that ended, let's say, on how that ended on barely lap 1. We got halfway around. It was just one of the things I wanted to go back in and just concentrate, not do any commentary, try and catch these issues out. I mean, I probably still would have caught them issues because we had a good lot of thinking time. But yeah, just wanted to sort of get a race under my belt where I didn't completely ruin everything or get ruined myself. And luckily this was it. So this is what this car is going to be like for the first few weeks until everyone sorts out a pecking order and understands how to race it and how to drive it and things like that. We're all learning at the end of the day, and we're all going to make stupid moves and stupid decisions. But general common sense comes into it, and like I say, it kind of proved there. I'm going to gain 10 places just by keeping it kind of clean and kind of sensible. So take that on board, have some good races, make sure you see the checker flag is always my motto around here. And if you haven't already, like and subscribe, we got lovely YouTube stuff, and I will catch you on the next one.